Hey, what's going on, day ones? This podcast is brought to you by a couple of phenomenal sponsors. First up, we got Rose Vogue Stylings. Ladies, are you in the market for a new purse? What about a new swimsuit? What about some earrings? The folks over at Rose Vogue Stylings, they got you covered. Please go to rosevoguestyling.com. And while you're on the website, please enter in that promo code late night. You want to make sure you're getting all of those amazing discounts. Also, if you are in the market for a lovely timepiece such as the one that I am wearing, please go to blackwatches.com. That is BLAK watches.com and enter in that promo code late night W Nate to get another fantastic discount off of quality timepieces. Again, thank you to the folks over at Rose Vogue Stylings and those at Black Watches. Now to the show. Yo. We are back for another episode of your favorite late night podcast that we sometimes shoot during the day. I'm Nate Galloway.
I'm Adrian Brandyberg.
And this is Late Night with Nate and Adrian. Air horns and the late bombs. Shout out to the day ones. Like, subscribe on all of the MFM podcast platforms. Boogie! How you doing? Shout out to you. You know, it is Women's History Month. So
It is.
You know, we got to give an applause
to
the
is.
lady of the pod. You know, how you doing, Boogie?
The only lady on the pod. Because it's just me.
The two of us.
It's literally just you and I. No, I'm Gucci. I'm great. I'm feeling good. Happy. It was employee appreciation day the other day. So shout out to y'all, employees out there working, colleagues, team members. What else do they say?
Comrades,
right? All y'all. Shout out to all y'all doing the damn thing. Probably hating your job, but you're doing what you got to do to
brothers
push
in
through.
arms. That
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. But yeah, it is Women's Month. International Day, Women's International Day just happened not too long ago.
Women's is doing.
You know, women's are out here, women in doing the best things that we can because you know, y'all fools is burning up the world as we speak. No, but
I'm mad at that.
Yeah. No. No. You know, we still out here. Keep your prayers up though. But yeah, I'm good. I'm Gucci. You know, we I guess I should say we took a break last week because I had to slide on out to North Carolina real quick. Yeah, we did. You forgot.
I forgot.
You forgot that fast. No, I had to.
The line. I was like, wait.
Yeah, no. Listen, guys, that's one thing. Because earlier on,
we didn't take a break though because we recorded.
Oh, we recorded earlier.
Yeah. I was like, wait.
Yeah, no. You're right. We did record early, which I'm glad that we did that.
But not going crazy.
No, you're not going crazy.
So North Carolina.
Yeah, you stupid. No, but I will tell folks if we don't get a chance to record early, yeah, we ain't recording, especially when I'm out. When I'm out,
busy.
I'm just saying, you're not about to have me bring all this equipment with me out of town?
Well,
nah, that's not happening.
I did that when I was island hopping in the Turks and Caicos. And never again.
Yeah,
I will never pod on vacation again.
I'm not doing that. You will not catch me on doing that whatsoever. But yeah, I went to.
Unless is a bad.
Yeah, it's too much. It's way too much. So yeah, if I'm not here in my studio, then hey man, y'all gonna get it when we get it. That's just how it is.
You gonna see these tan lines.
Yeah, all day. No, but went to Durham, Raleigh, North Carolina, real quick.
Bull City, baby.
shout out to the Dukes, to the Blue
Ooh.
Devils, to the Blue Devils. They actually just beat North Carolina,
Yeah,
UNC.
out
Uh,
yesterday.
yeah, they kind of tear their ass up,
Boogie
but
on sports.
yeah. For what again? The FCC,
ACC.
UNC, whatever.
This is still Boogie on sports.
Yo, look,
One of them C's.
it's one of them C's, and it's so funny because I have a really good friend um, that I've been friends with literally for so many years now. Her husband, which I consider a friend too, is an assistant coach at Duke, and they really showed out last
Having a
week,
great
and
ass season, man.
yeah, it's been
Who's the
crazy.
star, Boogie? Who is the star? Boogie on sports. Who's the star of Duke?
I mean, we all know it's Cooper Flag all day.
Okay,
He's
okay, Boogie with the sports knowledge.
all right. Yeah, no, it's pretty obvious. You can see these kids, and they really are kids. These kids are 18, which is crazy to even
Barely
think
18.
about. Yeah, which even it's just crazy. There's a few graduate mofos on there where I was like, oh yeah, you a grown ass man. You a grown ass man. You easily 24, 25 because you got a full on beard in this mofo. Okay.
So Boogie on sports is Coop is now you've seen him live. Is he the number one?
Number one,
Okay.
easily number one, and it's kind of crazy because I was sitting right behind his parents. His parents don't play.
What you mean?
These parents in general do not play. I'm sitting, in the coaches manager
That's
section where the
us.
families are as well. It's nothing. I'm right behind the bench or whatnot, so I get to see it firsthand of what they got to do. And these parents are out here like, I know one thing. He better put my son in. Is it my turn for? Is it his turn? Blah blah blah. And uh, you know,
But are
uh,
you really like that if your kid is the star? Like he's getting in the game.
yeah. I will say, the game that I went to, Cooper got poked in the eye, and
Okay.
his parents stood up and was like, "Come on, ref, what the fuck?" I was like, "Hey, yo." Mom was
And
not
Cameron is so
playing.
small too, man. So
Yeah,
like that
I was about to
atmosphere,
say, yeah,
you
we
hear
were.
those what the fucks.
Yeah, I was told to wear shorts,
That is
because
the
of them
time.
seats in Cameron in the front. Yeah, we got to know a lot of people very intimately.
Let's get
And
closer than close.
yeah, it was wild, but it was a hell of an experience. Something
That's
that
dope.
you really can't replicate. So shout out to everybody out there in Duke. I'm supposed to be actually going to the elite, what is it, 8 or 16, whatever it is, I don't know. It Yeah,
The ACC tournament,
whatever
the
the elite, yeah, because they come
Elite
in
Eight.
yeah, they come in New Jersey, so I'm supposed to
Oh,
be
okay. Sweet 16.
sure.
You're going to the NCAA tournament. Let's just say.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I was
Boogie
supposed
of
to.
Sports will give us an update as to what
Yeah,
game she went to.
I'll figure it out.
I'm out here, y'all.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it
One of
is.
these
So
games.
yeah. But outside of that, you know what I'm saying? Doing the same thing, living my best life. Earlier before we actually started recording, I told Nate that, I'm studying my butt off doing these tests and whatnot. Y'all gonna keep hearing it until my test date. I'm gonna just let you know this is how students sound. Literally, this
It's
is this
part
is
of
what
the
we
game.
doing. So yeah.
So I know you went to the game down there in the Bull City. Did you
Yeah.
get any good eats? Because you know it's the South. Did
I
you?
I will say, so my good friend, she's also a celebrity chef. She's a professional chef. So she threw down and made so much great food.
Out there chefing it up.
Yeah, she made so much great food. We did get a chance to actually go out and eat a couple times, and I mean, honestly, I wasn't I wasn't I was very happy, but at the same time, I was like, yeah, this is the South. Like, food
That
was,
Carolina Ale House.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Food was fooding. You know what I mean? Like, they had seasoning galore. The fixins. It was. I granted. What is North Carolina known for as far as food wise? Barbecue.
Um, yeah, they're a barbecue. It's a barbecue state.
Okay.
Barbecue. Yeah, it's probably a barbecue. I mean, at least that's what I grew up on when I was always out there in Carolina.
Yeah. Yeah, the food
Biscuits,
the
you
food
know,
was tasty. No
sweet
complaints
tea.
whatsoever, but I will say I was also very much intoxicated the entire time.
That's what you're
So,
supposed to do. That's how it's
yeah.
supposed to be, Boogie.
Yeah, I had to detox my body as soon as I got home. Yeah, but yeah, the eats were
So
good.
grass wall establishments
Not a
or
grass walls
hey,
scene.
that's what
I
I'm talking
You're
about.
hilarious. You're hilarious.
Managed to avoid all of those. So in your tour of the South, because
You are an idiot.
I know how ATL did you.
Oh God.
So did Durham do you better than the ATL?
Oh, easily. I will say there's very little things to do, but there are things to do nonetheless. It's not,
Yeah.
it's
Durham is
not a yeah.
yeah.
It's a sleepy town. You know what I'm saying? But when they want to do stuff, they do stuff, and people show up and show out. It's not Atlanta whatsoever where there's
Mm-mm.
always something happening.
Nope.
There's multiple places where there's functions happening. No, it's a little different. Which is fine.
College town.
Yeah, which is
Yeah,
fine.
it's
I
a
get
little
it.
bit.
I understand that. And I appreciate that. Houses were beautiful out there. It was kind of
Oh
crazy. Yeah, it was kind of crazy
the whole
seeing.
South. You see
Yeah,
them,
yeah,
them cribs.
yeah. I was gonna say this
Y'all
is
have slaves in here.
yeah. I was gonna say I get it. I get it now. I get it.
Who
Okay.
was living in this house?
Yeah, you know what I mean? So yeah, it was a nice quick trip. Definitely gonna make it a point to go down there again just
Them
cause.
accents, man. Them
Yeah,
southern accents, boy. Why,
yeah.
yes, I will have another plate.
Yeah, they were yeah, I will say I was so happy just because people were very attentive. They were smiling. What else do you need?
Coke.
Hospitality. Yeah.
Everything is Coke.
Yeah, for real. No, for real. Yeah,
Can I
so
get a Sprite? Coke.
yeah. You stupid.
Well, that's dope, man. I am
Yeah, man.
glad that Boogie San Diego had a
All
fabulous
right.
time. I
All
saw
right.
your post. She was like, "I'm in Raleigh on Deuce." I was like, "Boogie, you're in Durham."
I don't know. Listen, it's all the same to me. Durham, Raleigh.
No, I
Listen,
got you. I mean, technically, because when you land at the airport, it'd be like RDU. So you're like, "Where am I at? Am I in Raleigh or Durham?"
yeah.
So no, I got you. I'm just fucking with you. But
Y'all asses ready to correct somebody. Listen, I am a Yankee, okay?
geography.
Okay. All right.
Chicago is not Schaumburg.
Good
Why
point.
is it called the Chicago Improv
Good
in
point.
Schaumburg?
That's hey. These are valid points right now. You are very accurate now. But
It's
how
like
how have you
when
been?
I am good, man. I cannot complain. Still going through the ear infection.
Oh yeah.
Um so it's over, but there's still kind of like that lingering,
Yeah.
just kind of stings a little bit.
Remnants.
Um, so I hit up the doctor to be like, yo, can you write your boy another script? And they was like, yeah, we're gonna need you to come in. And I was like,
Mm.
I was just here. Like I was
Mm.
literally just here. You could even, go back to my record. It'll be like
Yeah.
he was just here. So
Yeah.
she goes to my record and she was like, yeah, the doctor doesn't feel comfortable giving an antibiotic if it didn't work. I don't need the biotics. Just give me the drops. That's
Yeah.
all I need are just them little soothing drops. She's like, yeah, you gotta come in. And I was like, okay, can I at least get a referral? Because you see that this has been
Mm-hmm.
a continuation upon continuation of ear infections. It's like, yeah, we're gonna need you to come in for the referral. And I'm like, this is starting to sound like you're trying to juice your boy for
Mm-hmm.
another one of them copays.
Co-pays.
And I'm not trying to do that. I'm just gonna go to CVS, give me these little over-the-counter drops,
Mm-hmm.
and look up some old ancestral how to
Mm-hmm.
stop earaches, and we gonna do that until I can find another doctor, because you're not gonna keep juicing your boy.
Yeah.
So I kind of been dealing with that. Been slow motion. Otherwise, I've been working on a lot of, the art projects, been really just working and dealing that to the point where I'm, having to, break out the drill and all types of stuff. I had
Damn.
to call my dad, and I was like, hey man, drill bit, blah, 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 this and that. And he was like, yeah, what you want to do? So I'm like, cool, I think I have that drill bit. So I had like the little half inch, quarter inch, whatever. Hey, shout out to if you know, you know.
This guy here, boy.
So my dad was like, hey man, that's a very small drill bit. It's not like, the regular ones. So he's like, be careful because you might break it. I'm like, man, I got this. I know what I'm doing. I've been
No,
drilling
don't say it.
for X amount of years. So I'm drilling these holes. And by like the 8th hole, I'm like, why is this not drilling the way it's supposed to drill?
Yeah.
So I look and I'm like, this drill bit looks way smaller than it did when I started.
Oh,
And I was
God.
like, I broke the drill bit.
Yeah.
I broke the drill bit. I was like, no, this Negro did not jinx me. So he did. So he's
you
laughing
blaming
at
your
me.
dad?
Yeah, it's solely on him
Wow.
because he put it in the atmosphere, Boogie. Hey man, I want to be
Wow.
careful. If you never told me to be careful and I might break this drill bit, I probably never would have broke the drill bit. So it's
That's a
solely
lie, but I'm
on
gonna let you live.
Pops.
Okay.
So
Damn, doing your daddy dirty.
I go to Lowe's and I'm like, gotta replace the drill bit. No issue. Don't cost but $5-6. Nothing, no
Okay.
big deal.
Okay.
So I'm kind of like, where the hell are all these drill bits? Because they have like 8,000 drill bits.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of want to get the same drill bit in the same model as to what I got. I don't want Milwaukee when I got Ryobi and all this stuff. So I'm like, I want to find the right individual in here who can help me. When I say the right individual, an old person. I'm looking for an old ass dude or lady who looks like they used to be in the Navy or they used to be like a wilderness expert who you're just trying to kill time before you go to the upper room.
Okay.
I'm looking for one of those individuals. And of course, none of those individuals are around. Who do I see? I see like a YN and I'm like, God damn it. I do not want to talk to you because I know you are going to be of no help. And I know, Boogie, I know, and listeners, I know, Nate, don't stereotype the YN. After all, he's at Lowe's.
Yeah.
Maybe he knows what he's talking about. Maybe this brother went to trade school. Maybe he's a master carpenter.
Boy, you in these trade schools, boy. y'all figure it out. Y'all gonna know.
Just maybe. So I'm like, okay. He's the only person around, so I gotta ask him. So I had a couple drill bits in my hand. I was like, hey man, can you help me with the drill bits? Give him the drill bit. He looks at the drill bit, looks at me, looks at the drill bit, looks at me, looks at the drill bit. So you can see where this is going, Boogie. And I'm just like, this is not going to end well.
He said, what you want me to do with this?
So then he looks back at me and he was like, I'm gonna be real with you, bruh. I don't know anything about this. Let's find someone who can help you. And I was like, great. So we're looking.
Hey, that's respect. That's respect.
I appreciate him for being like, I don't know. Because, you normally they send you all over the goddamn store.
I got you, Chief.
And you end up in plumbing. And it's like, why am I in plumbing?
Yeah.
So he's like, that guy right there can help you. And sure enough, it was a frail 85-year-old man. And I was like, Jesus knew. And I was like, yes, thank you. He was like, what can I help you with? I was like, drill bits. And he was like, oh, that's my specialty. I was like, somehow I knew this was going to be your specialty. Homie got me right. I was like, man, I hope that you already going to heaven because you got me right. I know people come in here and you get them right. So I'm like, brother, I hope you are blessed for the rest of your life. Please get that young YN over there. Please get him together. So he knows what he's doing. So, got myself together, was able to screw in my screws for my project. So, shout out to the YN who directed me to
Yeah, no, for real. Shout
the
out to him.
ON, the old nigga. we should do that for old niggas. We should YNs and ONs. We might have just created something.
I don't like that. We just go keep OGs.
I mean, OGs is cool too. It's daylight savings,
Oh yeah, I didn't even know that. I promise you.
we lost an hour.
We lost an hour, so there's gonna be longer days now. Longer days, ladies and gentlemen.
I will say the birds knew. They knew. I have not heard birds boogie in God knows how long. But today, this
woke
morning,
your ass up.
I was up. I already know I had to get up because of the pod.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. But I was like, are those birds? And Boogie, they were chirping like, yo, it's our first day. We got to make sure we on time.
Right. They like, what you doing today? I don't know. I'm going to be over here in this other tree right here.
So loud. And I was like,
yeah.
I guess we're doing this. It's 55 degrees out, Boogie. It's grilling season. So you know what it is? I'm happy. Your boy is happy. Boy is happy.
I'm glad.
So happy. But I still got a grinding.
I was just about to say, when is this gonna happen? How are you gonna transition?
I'm happy, but also I'm angry.
You know what really grinds my gears?
Boogie, did you happen to catch the presidential address that went down?
I mean, I looked at it. I saw him when he walked in. I was like, yeah, this ain't for me. Let me go ahead. And find something better to do.
I actually sat through.
You did?
The entire thing.
Wow.
And honestly, I'm upset with myself because I wasn't drinking. I should have taken a shot every time they stood up and clapped. It was almost like, how you go to like some churches and like, in the black church, we don't be doing all that sitting, standing. But when you experience, other religions, you're like, y'all do this sitting, standing thing a lot. That's kind of what it felt like. And it was like, what? I should have been playing some drinking games. It was very cultish. And that's not regurgitating anything because people are like, oh, they're just saying stuff because you don't like the other side. No, it's not that. That's just what it seemed like.
Yeah.
It was just really weird. But what was kind of irritating, here's where the grinding comes in, is shout out to Representative Al Green, not to be confused with soul singer Al Green. Because I know some of y'all was like, when did Love and Happiness become a senator? He spoke out. And that's what you're supposed to do when people are just on that fuck shit. And he did what he was supposed to do. My issue is, where's the solidarity? Where are the other people in the party who's like, yo, we got your back, man. Y'all let this dude get walked up out of there. And if anything, it should have been like, yo, what y'all are doing is wrong. Y'all know it's wrong. Why am I going to sit here in this fuckery? I'm going to go out with my homie, with my fellow party member.
Yeah.
And they went and they voted to censor him. There were 10 Democrats that also were a part of the censor. And it's like, what the hell are y'all doing? And I looked up what it means to censor someone. Basically, is to publicly shame them in front of all of Congress. They make you go to the front and it's like, shame, you are censored. It's corny that no one stood with him. And I know a lot of people are upset with the him singing We Shall Overcome and all that. Like, it's performative. And I get where people are like, it's performative. Y'all also have to understand he's 77. I believe he's in the 70s. He's also from that era where the niggas were singing.
Yeah.
That's just so I can give grace there in that regard. Now, the younger people of the party, and we know some of them are with the shits, the Jasmine Crockett's and all them people. We need more of y'all to step up and actually have a backbone, actually do something, because right now y'all looking hella goofy. The Hakeem Jeffries, I'm so goddamn tired of that nigga. It's just like some of y'all are you just wasting space, man. Like, let's call it what it is. You are wasting space, and everyone sees it, man. And it was just sad to see that no one stood up for Representative Al Green. So, that's my grinding. Take it is for what it is. I don't care.
Yeah, it's just crazy. This is what y'all wanted. So we are seeing this firsthand how history is really turning back.
Literally, it's funny. He was on the radio, Al Green, and he said that someone introduced him once at like a speaking engagement. It was like, before you get started, can you just sing one song for us? It was like, how often does that happen to you? I'm like, y'all not even the same complexion.
Wow.
I would have got up there and been like, that's not me for the 800th time. But I am here for your rights.
Right.
Anyways, let's keep this thing on rolling. Boogie, who are you tipping?
I'm tipping my hat.
Your hat to.
My tipping is going to the very stylish and always put together Paul Tazwell. He is making Oscar history as becoming the first Black man to win the best costume design. Shout out to him. He's also was head of costume design for a number of movies, of some of your favorites as well. So shout out to him. He had during his speech, he had to clear it up and let people know, I am the first
Black man. It was so dope. I saw it. I watched it. Did you watch?
I watched bits and pieces of it. Yeah.
I really enjoyed it, and that was one of those ones where he deserved it.
Yeah.
The costume design for Wicked is like, man, you can't knock it. Yeah. And that's dope because isn't it back to back? Ruth, wasn't it Ruth E.
Yeah.
Carter? Was that her?
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
She won for Black Panther, and now him. So
yep.
in the same category. So first Black woman, first Black man. So that is huge.
Yeah, shout out. Even though they snubbed the crap out of Wicked, this Oscar, but honestly, I think what's happening is they're gonna get all their Oscars for the second movie. If you guys didn't know,
are they doing another one?
Yeah, there's a part 2 of Wicked, and I think that's when the awards are gonna really come out for Wicked.
That's when you're gonna see your motherfucker should have gave it to me the first goddamn time.
She's gonna Cynthia Erivo is gonna get an EGOT. She's gonna be.
Oh yeah. So before we get to mine, what were the other snubs? Did you? Because I mean, how do you feel about?
That's a good question.
Aurora winning, Substance not winning.
I don't know Aurora enough to. I didn't see it. I didn't. Apparently, she was banging a fish or something. Listen, guys. What are we doing here? But creativity can go run wild. So who am I to say what isn't Oscar worthy or not? So
what did Auntie say? Cheryl Lee Ralph, sex sells, sex wins.
Yep.
Something along those lines. And I was like, I mean,
did you have any notable snubs?
So I saw Substance, and that's the one with Demi.
Oh yeah. Oh, and
she should have won.
Yeah.
I just what the character, what she went through in that.
Yeah.
She should have won. Dennis Quaid as well was really good. I was like, okay, y'all are stepping out here.
Okay.
I didn't see the other ones, but brutalist. I'm not gonna watch it. Let's be real. It's 3 hours. I'm not gonna.
Hey, y'all wilding out here with these. Yeah.
Adrian Brody, I should be giving that dude awards. Not saying that he does not deserve it because he's a great actor. Trash person.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I mean, trash person.
Okay.
From what we know, allegedly, it's just I feel like they hand out awards. Once you get over that 2-hour mark, oh, you're gonna win the award. They always do that.
Yeah.
What was the one with the bomb last year with all them? Whatever that one was. They always do it when it's those types. So it's just like can't say yay or nay, but they always have their favorites. Adrian Brody's one of those. So anything he puts out, he's always I just feel like that's what it is. Like I said, I still think Substance should have got it. I don't think that I feel like that whole I think Wicked was snubbed as well. So there's just some ones where you're like, what are y'all doing? But I get what you're saying. Like they're gonna get it on the rebound. So I'm like, okay, that's what it is.
Yeah. Well, we also have to remember it's the Academy. It's everyone voting for that. For these movies.
That's also very true. What did you think about the halftime joke by Skylar?
What happened?
You didn't hear? Skylar wrote that joke. Friend of the pod, Skylar Higgins. Adrian and I both know Skylar, as we were on the Chicago scene with him. He wrote that joke that Conan delivered.
With Sophia
portion. No, the one where he was like, it's the halfway portion of the show, so Kendrick's gonna come out and call Drake a pedophile.
Remember wow, he did that. See, I didn't miss that.
Yeah, they were that joke's not funny, and Colin was like, don't worry, I got a lawyer. And Skylar tweeted, wow, the EP that that joke would kill just won $50. And everyone was so upset. Oh, it's not funny, and blah blah blah. Very funny joke, Skylar. Congratulations.
Yeah, shout out to Skylar working his ass off for sure.
Mofo's mask. Skylar is one of the funniest dudes in his camp. Like it's just very funny, funny dude, very cool dude as well.
Yeah.
So again, shout out to him and a great joke.
Yeah. What you got for your tipping?
Tipping. Yeah, no, sometimes we be rambling. I know. My tip is going to the city of Dalton. Y'all know we've talked about Tiffany Hayner before. Yeah. She lost her re-election bid by over 3,000 votes. She only received 536 votes. She ran against Jason House, and he smoked her boots. I'm 99.9% certain all of the shenanigans that have been tied to her were probably the reason why she lost. But good for the city of Dalton. We'll see what Jason does. At least we know what he shouldn't be doing out there. So, Jason, you're on the clock.
Yeah. Good luck.
All right. You guys know what time it is. It's time to get to a no wish you can or can't use. But up first, we have to get to the rest in power. Oh man, we've had a series of passings.
Yeah.
A lot of these have just been very, very shocking. We lost some neo soul icons, Angie Stone. That was a very, very tragic passage. Just devastating hearing about how that transpired. Roy Ayers, he just passed away. We had Hazel Nell Duke. She was a civil rights icon. We also had Sylvester Turner. He was a representative out there in Texas. Just got elected. That was so sad.
Wow.
Passed from cancer. And then Dwayne Wiggins, dude who started Tony.
Yeah.
So that was just crazy, man.
Yeah.
Hearing and seeing all these things, but definitely rest in power to all those people. And one thing that's very irritating, and Nate's mad again, is these goddamn conspiracy theories, man. Like,
oh gosh,
y'all really just gotta stop, man. And I know you're not, but at some point in time, when do you just like start using common sense and you're just like, everything is not a conspiracy? And I know people are like, oh, Angie had issues with her label. And a lot of artists have issues with their labels.
Yeah.
A lot of artists have these issues. That does not mean that the label is trying to kill them. That does not mean that. And this is no offense to anyone, but are we really sitting up here thinking that the label was Angie Stone like the biggest cash cow for the label to do that? Why? I'm not saying that there's not money or anything there, but come on, y'all. Like, just cut it out. Oh man, well, how come she was the only one? Her daughter even came out and was like, hey, this is the condition that my mom has, so taking those type of hits or whatever, that is a part of what happened.
Yeah.
And y'all also, was it a conspiracy when Tracy Morgan got in his accident and he didn't die, but his rider died? Is that a conspiracy there? Like, man, come on, man. Accidents happen.
Yeah.
What y'all need to not do is get on the nigga net and
let me remove these people as you say, nigga net.
Yeah, right.
We out here wrestling in power. Wrestling in power. I'm like, out of respect, let me just pull that real quick.
But what y'all not gonna do is get on the nigga net and throw these things out there, because these people's families have to get on here, and some of them are seeing that for the first time and find out this is how they lost their loved ones. It's like, just don't be trash, man. Cut it out. Like, stop it. Just stop it.
It's really heart-wrenching to hear a lot of people out here, first of all, not even giving her the time to mourn or grieve the family in general. And people are just so quick to be the first one to say something, to get that thought out. You know what I mean? They have to say something, and they feel so compelled to share it with the world. I always remind myself, common sense is not common.
It's really not.
So
especially nowadays, it's so low. It's just like, God damn it. Like, what are we doing? We're literally like around like that group of people when it was like no kids left behind. Some of you niggas should have been left behind. Like, you really should have been. But anyways, unfortunately, it's just sad. We're keeping in the sadness for right now. I hate that it was the first topic I have to start out like this. But there was this it just sucks even talking about it, but a tragic story of young man, 20-year-old Southern University, student Caleb Wilson lost his life during an off-campus fraternity ritual. Let's just call it what it is. They murdered that young man during a hazing event. I'm gonna say this: I am not in Greek life, nor is Boogie, to my knowledge. So obviously I'm not coming. My opinions are going to be, our opinions are going to be skewed to a degree.
Of course.
It's unfortunate that it happened.
Yeah.
Because obviously we've both been to college. A lot of people out here who listen have been to college, and you know what goes on in these organizations. And we all know that in the 90s, they were like, yo, we don't haze anymore. Like, this needs to stop. Like, it is what it is. So we know that it's not supposed to happen, but we also know on a majority of these campuses, they do have whatever that process may be, cases like this where there are off-campus things that do take place. That's where my knowledge of it stops. I will say I have homies that have been who are in organizations, and they all say the same thing. They all be like, we're a non-hazing organization. And then when you hear those things, it's like, yeah, y'all be beating on niggas. Y'all just disguise it in whatever way y'all do. Again, that's not all, but that's just what it is. I personally have heard stories. I was in the hospital. I couldn't do my crossing or whatever because I was in the hospital. I've heard different accounts of this from different people. So it goes on. We've heard these stories of people losing. It's just like, at what point do y'all stop doing it? We've seen movies and all types of things like that. And it's just like, again, I don't know all the ins and outs of these things. It's just crazy that someone lost their life to that.
Yeah. I do think that folks that are claiming to not do said rituals and hazing, they do feel a way about newcomers coming into fraternities and sororities
Totally.
without having to experience what they had to go through. And I think that's what it comes down to a number of those people. Again, this is just what we're, as outside normies, you know what I'm saying?
Goddamn individual.
Individuals. I have quite a few friends that have crossed and, that are part of sororities, and, they've shared their experience to an extent, because at the same time, I know it's
private.
Yeah, it's something that they've probably, just like how someone from ROTC, when they have to go and do their training, they like to share so much, but they will not disclose the entire process. And I'm kind of tired of hearing about these situations again. Definitely thoughts and prayers to the family,
Oh yeah.
to this
Extreme
kid,
thoughts and
this
prayers.
20-year-old that literally is a band member, trying to be, a part of all activities, curricular
You're the best young man he
activities.
can be, man.
You know what I'm saying? And to lose his life over trying to be a part of a fraternity, just so he can honestly progress and move up in his life, moving forward. And now he's, resting in power. So
Yeah.
boo to everybody that feels like they need to sneak and do off-campus hazings and think that they need to push people in order for them to feel like they've experienced the quote unquote hazing or rituals. We got to do better. Like, this shit is, aren't y'all tired of it? Like, aren't y'all like, don't y'all want to be,
we want some more. We want some more.
I'm just tired. Honestly, I feel like fuck all these traditions. Like, make your own traditions where you actually loving people and giving them the opportunity that they so well deserve. They already gotta do XYZ in order to just be considered to be in that crossing space. You got to have that GPA. You got to have your dues. You got to have all this and all
kind
that.
Of customer service, or not customer, what kind of acts of service you've done.
Yeah, acts of service, and
in the community. All
those. Like, it's already hard enough for a kid to go into a school without his family and decide that they want to be a part of an organization that they would think is a brotherhood, but your brother is out here beating your ass.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard a lot of takes from some people, and more than not, those who are in the Greek community, obviously they're upset. And this isn't right. I think I've heard, but there's some who's like, hey man, there's some who's
casualty
like,
of war. What are we?
I mean, there's some who's,
what are we doing here?
Folks have jumped on them people, and it's just like, yo, get this. We're not doing that. And as they should, because it's like, bro, man, it shouldn't be where y'all brag about, like, nah, man,
kicking somebody's ass just because.
What's very eerie about it is, I don't know if you saw that movie Burning Sands on Netflix. It's the same way that this young man passed away. He got hit in the chest.
Yeah.
And it's just like, bro, I just think about how scared he must have been.
Yeah.
In those moments. One, you're in a warehouse.
Yep.
You're around people who are supposed to care about you. Yeah. And it's just like, that is just the worst way to pass away.
Man.
And then for them people to lie about it, because it always happens that way. It's like, we're gonna cover it up. And it was found out again. It was on campus and it was off campus. Now it's in a warehouse.
Yeah.
And they got one of the dudes. And it's like, get all of them. Get all of them. And there are people who are like, oh, he's one of them grown man child. Some people who are talking about this, you guys don't know because you may have not been around a college campus. So some of the ignorance and things, you guys need to not make those statements, because usually with some of these processes, they bring in people who are part of the organization. So they're bringing in older brothers and sisters, alumni, to sort of chaperone what's going on. So some of y'all are making these takes. These are just old ass, like, yeah, but they're coming back. They're not just hanging around the campus.
Right.
Like, so some of the ignorant comments, y'all need to just cut it out. I think we can all agree that it shouldn't happen. It needs to stop. I, being an outsider, am not in a position to say what they should do. I think that should be for people who are in those organizations as to how they go about bringing people in and what they should do from here on out. As an outsider, I can say the killing or because it's obviously not that many people are passing, but the putting hands on people just for those types of process, that's
brutality.
That's got to stop. And we all know it goes on. I think that's the part. That's those things that we all know is happening. Air quotes.
That
that's
they don't want to talk
needs
about.
To stop because y'all know it's going on. So maybe not everywhere, but that needs to stop. And like you said, Boogie, there is that infighting of people who your process wasn't like this process, so we don't accept you like we do the other ones. Like, come on, man, aren't y'all all flying the same colors and everything?
But that's a thing. People be like, oh, you papers, you just papers, you didn't go through the process, you just paid your way. Nigga, isn't that what we supposed to do?
But I'm an outsider, so let's not.
You know what I mean? And that goes with a lot of organizations in general, like sports. I think about that as well. There have been kids that have dropped and collapsed during conditioning times. I remember doing that and being like, hey yo, what dying inside right now. And they're like, you're just water weight. When do we start to really pay attention to these kids, their habits, their mannerisms until it's too late? Nah, you stop trying to push people over to the limit. I get it. In order for you to grow, you have to be uncomfortable, but like not to the point where people are throwing up and passing out, collapsing, because we've seen and heard about these stories time and time again. Like let's try and be, the bigger people.
That shit in the bud.
Yeah, and nip it in the bud for sure.
I mean, I don't know. I just seeing his mama, and his dad cry like that.
Yeah,
that's
wild.
And seeing some of the students talking about how bitter and angry they were, I'm like, because they know it shouldn't have happened either.
Yep.
They did suspend all on campus Greek organizations activities.
As they should.
All intake is suspended on Southern's campus until the next academic year. I mean, they got to figure it out.
Y'all got to figure it out. Deal with it. That's what y'all asses get.
Because people should not be losing their lives to
that's wild.
To get in these orgs. But again, rest in power to that young brother, and condolences to his family. All right, to another story. Now, this one here, quite interesting. Journey Smollett's estranged husband wants half of her retirement, despite not earning a dime of it, and already receiving $1,007,000 a month in that child support. Boogie,
this is wild.
What says it says Josiah Bell is now demanding half of her hard-earned retirement, despite again receiving $1 million from her and collecting $7,000 a month in child support. Smollett, who's been securing the bag. I love how these blogs write these. Since she was a kid, filed for divorce in 2020.
Real quietly, by the way.
That's how it should be. It's like,
that's
didn't even know you was married.
That's exactly how it's supposed to be.
Didn't know she was married, didn't know she was getting divorced, but we know she's back on the streets. The cobblestones is happy. That's how it should be.
Right.
That's how it should. We shouldn't know nothing. Until you're back in the streets.
Agreed. Okay.
So this is where we're at with it. What says you, Boogie? How are you feeling about
I've been seeing folks talking about City Boys Up. You know what I'm saying? I get it. people are like, oh, women do that all the time.
But they do though.
They do, but this light-skinned man is not getting away with it. I'm sorry. This is not happening. We're
File
not doing
under
this.
Light skin activities.
Yeah, we're not doing this. Listen, Journey know what she's doing. She's like, ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way. But also, I feel like, why are we not prenupping up? Like, Journey, you know, you've been a child actor since, what was it?
Full House.
Full House. You did
That other show with the family.
Yeah, all of them. You did all of them, my guy. Like, come on, beloved. Come on. We are. You have a list. Your resume goes on and on, literally as a child to a teen, and now, now that you're an adult and you got digmatized by this light skinned pretty nigga and had a baby, this is. We get it. We all have gone through that time, and this is the time where she was just trying to, get out and give him his little $1 million. She out here giving this man millies plus 7K for a child that she birthed. Come on now, this is wild. This is wild.
It's Boogie, you didn't request this, but I feel like this is what you need right now.
I sentence you to 4,000 lashes for conduct unbecoming a black man.
This Dr. Umar.
Gotta sentence the light-skinned man. Couple of things here.
Yeah, get him out.
Is this light-skinned activities? Yes. This is definitely file it under. I'm gonna be in a light-skinned man.
Have? Come on.
Also, as Boogie alluded to, you got to sign your paperwork.
Yeah.
You got to have a prenup.
Yeah.
Especially when you've been in the industry as long as she has. You got to protect your assets, especially when you've worked that hard. Look, love is love. Get that. But when you are the person who is the bag, man or woman, you have to protect your bag. I believe they said, "What's love got to do with it?" Got to do with it.
Oh, okay.
Got to do with it. Like, I mean, clip it. I'm just saying, like, those are the things where, again, I love you and all those things, but at any given moment, we might, whatever it is, it doesn't mean that you just fell out. We're just divorcing. We're gonna go our separate ways amicably, but in that, it doesn't mean you get to juice me.
Yeah.
Like, I believe in being fair, and okay, we were together for this amount of time. Okay, you get this, you get that, cool. But when you start to get to that tune of juicing people, it's like, yo, you gotta sign that paperwork. Also, this happened in California. Yeah, everybody knows what happens when you get divorced in California.
Oh, they could take it all.
California don't play. And I get where people are upset and calling him a bum. Yes, it is bum activities, but also it still falls under the letter of the law, and you are entitled to do that. And it is no different than a woman who comes back X amount of years and she's like, my boy.
Yeah, she messed this one up. She did this on herself.
That there may have been some miscounting or some hiding of some things allegedly. So that is where he's coming back like, yo, this was not included. And if that's the case and he has a really good lawyer to figure that out, hey man, it is what it is. This is where, again, you got to sign your paperwork. And also, again, fair is fair. All those people, y'all don't be saying that same thing when it's the other way around. It is what it is. Like when women are the breadwinners in some of these situations, like, bro, it is what it is. Mary J. Blige is out there on the hook too. Does it make it right? I'm not saying it is, but that's the law. Like, it is what it is. Like,
that's because they get digmatized. That's generally what happened. They get digmatized and they're like, we're gonna be together forever. I don't wanna sign. I don't wanna have a prenup.
I mean, I don't know what the dickmatizing is like because that's not my area of expertise. But I only assume that does not mean I'm not gonna get this paperwork. You could dickmatize me.
Yeah.
Not me, but you know what I'm saying. But still, I'm signing this paperwork.
Hey, whatever floats your boats, my guy.
You know what I'm saying? That does not matter. Your coochie could be lined with gold. I'm still signing this paperwork. Like it is what it is. Like
yeah, that's I wish you was smarter than that. That wasn't a smart move at all. I wish her the best.
Now where I do have questions is this child support.
Yeah.
That's where I'm like, do y'all have joint? What is going on to where you are paying him child support? Like, nigga, do you not work at all?
Wild. 7K is wild.
Like some of those things, I'm like, what are you doing, bro? Because like there is that thing where it's like, hey, dog, you do need to do something. Like, don't just sit over here and you don't get to do that. You the same as like the BBL chicks where I need 50K for kids. It's like, what are you doing? So, you know, I wish them both the best.
Yeah. Hope it doesn't get messy.
I think we're already in the mess.
Good point.
We're swimming in it. We'll give y'all an update as they come in. In other internet news, LeBron and Stephen A. Smith don't like each other. Let's just call it what it is. I think there may be something here. There was a video of just going around. LeBron pressed Stephen A. LeBron pressed him. Stephen A. was shaking. I saw the 30-second clip and I was like, I need more information before I just jumped straight to LeBron press. It was niggas, keep my son's name out your mouth. Was that said? I don't know. I don't read lips. But there was definitely a conversation and Stephen A. Smith jumped on First Take to talk about it.
Yeah.
Is there a video? I don't know if we got a video over there now.
There is a video, but I didn't get it.
Okay, you didn't know. No worries. But Stephen A. Smith was like, "Yeah, that was not a player conversation. That was a father conversation." Yada yada yada. I get all that. Boogie, how do you feel about this whole situation of LeBron coming to Bronny's defense at the game?
Stephen A. On First Take, he also mentioned that he didn't want to have that conversation at that time, partly because it was the wrong time. That's why he made it. He kept his words very succinct and short. He also said, "You got my number. You know where I'm at."
Mav got my number.
Yeah, which I would like to agree. Which is hilarious to even hear that I agree with Stephen A. But Stephen A. has a point here. He was just trying to watch the game. He was trying to, enjoy the game, and there's an history with LeBron. They're not, the best of friends. We know this. And Stephen A. did make it a point to share that, he said, let's, keep our, relationship what it is, and remove my son from the conversation. And listen, as a father for LeBron, I get it. I understand. He's irritated. He's tired of it. But as a player, that is another player that, guess what, that has signed up for the scrutiny and the public opinion of so many people to share whatever they would like to share in their feelings. So LeBron, as a father, go press the man. Tell him how you really feel. But you also have to realize that you put your son in that position, and now you're gonna have to deal with it.
Hey man, I agree. I got you, but I gotta give LeBron the booze, Yeah, I mean you're getting booed. If this wasn't let's call it what it is, man. This was a bitch move, bro. Like it is what it is. And I get where you can be like, oh, I'm just tired of the scrutiny. I'm tired of all this. Nigga, you did this.
Yeah, he did.
You put the target on your child's back
Yeah.
when you was out here tweeting, my son in high school is better than NBA play. You did that when he was in college. You said that, bro, when your son wasn't even the best player on his college team.
Yeah.
Like, come on, dog. You thought that people weren't gonna come for your child, and they're not even coming for him in a malicious way. Stephen A. Smith is a sports analyst. He is a journalist. And might I say, he's been pretty goddamn consistent with every player who has not lived up to the hype. Like, they be on there calling Luka fat and all types of stuff. So cut it out, bro. Like, really stop it. Like, and I'm so tired of this. Wait till you have kids. You'll understand when you have kids. Your parents, y'all got to stop using that as an excuse for you seeing red. Because 90% of the time, y'all be on BS. Like, that does not give you an excuse to not be logical and critically think. So you wouldn't. No, nigga, I would not have pressed Stephen A. Smith. You know why? Because as Boogie said, y'all have his phone number. Your agent and manager have his phone number. You have many ways to contact him. And this is not the time nor the place to have this conversation. Like,
he wanted to embarrass him.
Here?
He wanted to embarrass him. He wanted to, you can tell, like, the way that, to me, it felt like it wasn't a conversation.
I'm gonna scold you.
Yeah, it really was.
I'm a little nigga you. And it's just like,
and he walked off after he said what he needed to say.
It's like, bro, you look like a child. And I get this notion of, well, when you have a kid, Bronny's not a little kid anymore. I could understand if this was, you're talking about a high school kid.
If this was
I can
Bryce,
understand that.
Yeah, if this was Bryce, it'd be a different story.
It's like, hey, man, they're in high school, tone it down. So even in college, it's like, okay, look, they're just college kids. Tone it down a little bit. I can understand that.
Yeah.
He is a grown adult in a grown man's league.
Yeah.
Shut up. Like, no other parent gets to go out there and coddle no other parent gets to go out there and be like, hey, analyst, leave my baby alone.
Hey, analyst.
He wasn't lying, bro. It's the 55th pick, and he's in the G League, dog.
Yeah.
Like, come on. The numbers that he's putting up in the G, you're supposed to put that up as the 55th pick in the NBA.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing here to where sports analysts cannot hold people accountable for doing what they're supposed to do? And you know what? We honestly need to get back to the day and age where the sports writers control how much of the bag these niggas got.
Yeah.
Because that would be when it's like, look, I don't like you, but I'm not going to take this hit job. It's like, we're going to make this a mutually exclusive thing so I can get these first team this, second team this, and keep getting this bag, and you can keep getting your story. It's like, what are we doing here? And if you out here, like you said, trying to embarrass him, so you think they're not going to come at Bronny even harder now after this?
Yeah, that was a wrong move on his part for sure. Because everybody was looking, everybody's standing up. You can see different angles. I'm surprised there aren't other angles of this conversation. But I guess this spectator was the lucky one to even notice it. Because Stephen A. also said I'm surprised that I even have to speak about it because I didn't think anyone saw this. But yeah, we all saw this, my guy.
Man, you knew we was gonna see that. And I saw someone that post. It was like, it was corny when Ja Morant's dad did it to Shannon.
Yeah.
This is corny with LeBron doing this. And it would be corny if your dad went to your job pressing. It's like, come on, bro.
Yeah, that's like, weird.
Stop this.
Yeah.
And again, I know I'm not a parent and all this, but like that excuse, wait till you're a parent. Nah, man, critically think. Use some critical thinking here. Y'all cannot just run up and press everyone because your kid's not playing. Stop it.
Yeah, that's it.
Use some common goddamn. I can't believe I'm actually caping for Stephen A. Smith, man. What kind of world is this? And another crazy time. I felt like this is a Florida man type of story.
Is it?
I feel like it is, but I don't know. So the man was sentenced for killing a friend during a game of who could take a punch the best. Jason Thomas, 40 years old, received 2 years and 6 months in prison for manslaughter. It says the victim, Liam Morgan, was 22 years old. That's a weird age gap from hanging out. Died on March 25th. Of 2023 after being punched twice. The incident happened after a dispute of who could endure punches better. So the two had been drinking alcohol and taking cocaine before the incident. They returned to an apartment where they started the punching game and ended tragically. Thomas punched Morgan Whittle twice, knocking him unconscious almost instantly. Emergency service called after his condition worsened rapidly inside the apartment that evening. Unfortunately, despite efforts from the paramedics, Morgan Whittle went to the upper room from his injuries soon after. A police statement confirmed that the victim sustained catastrophic head injuries caused by both forceful punches. Witnesses said the argument started as banter but became aggressive before turning violent. A friend warned them not to continue, but the fight escalated. Prosecutor William Hughes, KC, explained how the situation deteriorated, and led to the fatal event. The defense insisted that Thomas never intended to harm Morgan Whittle seriously or to cause his death. His lawyer claimed he struggled with remorse after realizing the consequences of his actions. Judge Paul Thomas KC criticized the suspect's actions, blaming alcohol and the cocaine influence for the poor decisions. He said Thomas ignored warnings from others and delivered forceful punches, causing cardiac arrest. According to the BBC, Morgan Whittle's mother, Claire Whittle, shared her devastation over the loss of her beloved son unexpectedly. She expressed deep pain, anger, and sorrow, stating that no family should have to experience such heartbreak from their child's stupidity. She didn't say that part, but she described Leo as a loving, caring, and full of dreams that were tragically shattered by his stupidity. She didn't say that part either. Her family continues to struggle and cope with the loss. That was a lot to read. So Buggy, what says you about this coke and alcohol induced punching game?
First of all, this happened across the pond? I did not know that.
I mean, looking at his face,
he does look a little
British, bruv.
Yeah, he does look a little different.
I like to get in my bare knuckle fight, say.
Why? See, this is why I don't play fight with nobody. Would y'all stop with this play fighting ordeal? Who made this up? All this, see, because it's wrestling. Wrestling turns into actually fighting. Yeah, wrestling turns into actual fighting, and fighting turns to what we got here. Look, he didn't mean to punch his friend to death, but and it's not funny. It's not funny, but they are really coked out drinking, and then say, "Hey, I bet you I can punch you harder." What? You can't punch me harder? All right, well, punch me right here in my chest. Who's punching in the chest? Chest punching is.
It was in the face.
Wait, he punched him in the face?
Yeah, these were face punches.
Whoa.
Let's go back. Let me see. I believe these were face punches.
Whoa.
Yeah, it says catastrophic head injuries. So yeah, these were to the noggin.
Okay, so they were gone. So they were off of that white, that snow.
Peeling melon caps back.
All right. So they really what it comes down to is both of them couldn't really feel the punches. And so
only one of them took the punches. The other dude didn't get a chance to attempt his.
Right, because he passed. Okay, got you. Wow.
So, did you really win if the other guy didn't get to attempt his punches?
Hey, yeah, that's crazy.
The comments were wild. It was just like, well, I guess we know who won. It was just like, ooh. This started off bad after the alcohol.
Yeah.
Because when you bring out cocaine, there's only two options that you have here. It's either I'm leaving or I'm doing this. And they decided I'm doing this. And this is how we end up here. I know how this started. This started out as I can drink more than you. And it's like, no, you can't. After about 10 beers, it's like, let's up the ante. I can snort more lines than you. No, you can't. After about 3-4 toots, I don't know how that works. That's not my area of expertise. But I'm assuming after about 3-4 of them toots, they was like, you know what? Let's see who could take the most punches. And sure enough, because there's a couple things here. I think Buddy cheated. I think he cheated because it said he delivered 2 punches back to back. The way I'm thinking this is supposed to work, you get one off, he gets one off.
Right.
You get one off until whoever stops. It's like, okay. Like, yeah, you could take more punches than me, not just you get to bam, bam.
What happened to punching in the arm? You know what I mean? Like, what? Remember punching in the arms?
You just added a whole other element to this. There were no women there. You just added a whole other element to this. Because had there been a woman there, no doubt it would have been like, hey, like you said, not the face. How about the arm? Boogie, you just solved the crime.
Wow.
We need to have more women around when there are drunk coke benders going on. That might stop some of these. We need more women around the coke. That's what it is. That's what are we doing here?
So we could be victims? Hell no. Y'all some dummies. No, y'all be dummies. Y'all be dummies by your damn selves. How about that?
Also, notice how, because I feel like, not to get racist, not racist, because black people can't get racist. We're not racist. Not to get racial.
Okay.
I feel like, and again, I don't do those types of activities, but when I hear about other groups of people doing that booger sugar, I don't feel like it ends like this. I just feel like I've heard a lot of Future songs. They just be fucking. Like, no one ever dies in a Future record. It's just like powder and titties. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, but let's not act like we don't participate in the snow, because we've seen.
Oh, we do.
We've seen a number of
not we,
not we,
but
but as a culture, it's way more popular and acceptable for folks to land in the ski slopes. You know what I'm saying?
If it ain't snowing, some of them ain't going.
Yikes.
Take that for what it is. Yeah. I'm entry level, like herbage, and that's it. I don't need.
If you are entry level, I am in the back trying to get my resume out. What are you talking about?
Like I said, hey man, look, there's 2 options when the coke comes out. You either gonna leave or we doing this, and I always. I'm leaving.
Yeah, I'd be like, no, I'm good. I had enough the other day.
Boogie's like, I've had my fill. There's like the other day. I keep a spoon on me at all times.
All time, my guy. Fill her up. No thanks.
Boogie's like, fill her up.
No thanks.
You don't see the residue? Like, come on, man. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this.
Right. Lying ass.
Anyways, y'all niggas be tripping, so
they do be tripping.
Who's tripping for you this week, Boogie?
Great question. I don't know if you saw this or if you heard about this story, but my You Niggas Is Tripping is going out to almost the 4,000 beauty products marketed towards Black women that a new analysis finds out that 80% of those 4,000 beauty products contain at least one moderately hazardous ingredient, and most contain multiple hazardous ingredients, where there are not only cancerous and carcinogens, I can never say that word, but also people are getting irritants on their scalps because of that, which makes a lot of sense if you think about it. Now, all that patent, all that, you know, when you're not cleaning or soaking your hair, guess what? It's affecting your scalp, and you've been wearing it for years on end. And you know, it makes sense now because you know, I want to thank myself for being a lazy natural, but also and not wanting to do anything with my hair. We already know that the creamy crack is already cancerous as it is.
I was like, where are we going with this?
I'm just saying the creamy crack. The creamy crack is already chemically loaded. We know this is cancerous, is out here destroying you, seeping through your scalp, already hazardous as it is. But now to find out that more than 4,000 beauty products that's been marketed to us is also hazardous. It just goes to show that, like, if we're not making efforts to make products that are healthy and non-toxic to our own people, what makes you think that these other people out here that are selling and marketing these products are out here looking for our best interests? That's right. Come on, yo. Like, ain't no way in hell. You know what I'm saying? You are putting your health at risk just to get a new do. Hey, man, let's ban all these mofos and start making our own products, making our own non-toxic, hair products. I know now I've seen people, there is a company that has non-toxic braiding hair and stuff like that. And it is expensive, and I get it. But we need more.
No toxins. Right. You gonna pay.
You gotta pay. But we need more. We need more options, better options, cleaner options for us, and healthier options for us and our children. So y'all niggas is tripping out here. That it's been that long that we finally getting tests and analysis from all of the shit that we kind of already knew, but now it's official tissue. So that's my y'all niggas is tripping.
It's crazy as fuck. That's probably why I went and bought Boogie, because you know that Murray's,
right,
that blue magic.
That's what it was.
That sporting wave, That's probably why your boy, all them carcinogens. That's why I'm bald up here, bald and beautiful. But where my Kofi at? Because this is nothing but the man who is trying to poison the sisters. Because y'all got the Crown Act, so y'all can wear y'all natural hair and jobs can't discriminate. There's nothing but the man trying to make y'all bald so y'all can assimilate and, do what the man wants y'all to do.
All right.
Carcinogens.
Anyway, what you got for your niggas is tripping?
My y'all niggas is tripping. We actually covered this.
Okay.
And I'm giving you guys the update on this bum ass nigga. Because this is in the same lane as LeBron pressing Stephen A. Smith.
Oh, talk about
it. A Missouri man is facing charges for allegedly shooting a youth football coach after becoming angry that his scrub of a son wasn't getting enough playing time.
Wow.
Daryl B. Clemens is 45 years old. He was convicted of assault and armed criminal action concerning the shooting that occurred in 2023. After in a press release from the St. Louis Circuit Attorneys on February 28th, prosecutors released that Clemens shot 34-year-old Shaquille Lattimore, a volunteer coach for the City Rec Legends Football League. The incident occurred after a heated verbal exchange regarding the playing time for Clemens' son during practice game in the Kingsway West neighborhood, October 10th. According to the prosecution, both men were armed during the altercation, but Lattimore handed his gun to a friend, suggesting that they should fight with fists. It was at that moment that Clemens shot Lattimore 5 times before fleeing the scene. Clemens later surrendered to the police that same day. Says, according to release, a group of children were playing in the vicinity when the shooting took place. During the trial, Lattimore, who survived the incident, testified that Clemens kept firing at him even after he had fallen to the ground, as reported by KTVI. In his defense, Clemens claimed in court that he shot Lattimore in self-defense after Lattimore challenged him to a fight, according to the outlet. Why won't you just fight? They said violence, especially in youth sports, is completely unacceptable and undermines the purpose of the program of teaching teamwork, discipline, and respect, is what the circuit attorney Gabe Gore said. This could have easily been a lethal encounter for the coach as well as the children and family members present. Unfortunately, the trauma of this event will not easily be forgotten. Found guilty as he should be. Now you're not going to see your son. Now your son's really not going to get any playing time on that team, probably any other team. This is insane. This is one of those I'm trying to live through. My child in this Pee-wee league is somehow gonna get us out of this situation. Dog, you're 45 years old. Your career, whatever career you had, ended a long time ago. And I don't want to put this on this brother, but he seems like one of those brothers that might not be around until the little nigga can put the ball in the hoop. He sounds like one of those niggas who's like, oh, he playing football? Yeah, I'll be at practice. He sound like one of them niggas. Because only those type of niggas would be that unhinged. And this was happening when I was playing sports, but given what was happening when you was playing sports, because let's be real, Boogie was a dog. Boogie was a dog out there on the court. So Mama Boogie didn't have to have this problem. Mama Boogie didn't have to be like, wow, my baby played.
I was all right.
Boogie, hold on, Boogie.
Calm down.
Boogie, I'm trying to beg you. Hold on, Boogie. Don't be humble, Boogie. Boogie was a dog. Boogie was getting them buckets out there. Boogie was dunking on them. They're like, get up in this poster. And Mama Boogie and the rest of the Boogies was in the crowd. Like, there go my baby Boogie. Baby, she out there just doing it.
Okay.
So you ain't have to worry about playing time. But you understand if you suck, that's just what it is. You're only going to do one or two things. You're going to quit or you're going to work to get better. And even some of them players that work to get better, they still suck. But at least you can see, you can see that they've improved. Like, but look, man, like we can't, it's gotten way too out of control where parents like, look, bro, if you don't have the temperature to sit up, just don't go. Like you're making it to the point where refs don't want to be there. No one wants to do youth sports because y'all are so out of control. It should never get to where people are shooting each other. Yeah. And homie also said, let's shoot the fair one. He offered to shoot the fade. He was like, look, I'm gonna put my gun over here. Like this is a nigga who also can't fight. That's also what it was. Because when a nigga's like, yo, let's just shoot the fade, and you proceed to shooting him, that already tells me what I need to know. You can't fight. Cut it out, man. Cut it out. Y'all niggas is tripping. Y'all niggas is tripping.
All right.
Boogie trying to get me to let her be humble. Don't do that, Boogie.
Okay.
You get buckets out here. You go to the YMC right now, put up 30. Come on, Boogie. Come
relax.
Let's get to the final topic.
This guy here.
It's the final topic. It's the final topic.
I was dying laughing when I saw this.
Oh gosh,
to correct me because I was like, "Damn, you niggas in Philly, you're just stupid."
Whoa!
Just dumb. And Boogie was like, "Nate, illiterate does not mean stupid." I was like, "You're right.
It does not.
It means you niggas can't read or do math."
All right. Okay. I just want to make it very clear. We do not go out of our way to find stories specifically tailored for any of the cities that we live in. I just want to throw that out there.
We don't. But you niggas in Philadelphia cannot read, apparently.
Okay.
It says over half of Philadelphia's adults are functionally illiterate, one of the highest rates in the U.S.
Wow.
So did you know that 52% of the adults in Philadelphia struggle with basic reading and writing skills. That means that over half of the city's adult population faces challenges with everyday tasks like reading signs, filling out job applications, understanding medical instructions, and more. It says, for comparison, some states have the highest illiteracy rates. Louisiana, Mississippi, New Mexico average around 27 and 28%, making Philly's number stand out as a major crisis. Low literacy affects jobs, education, crime, yada, 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 yada. It says illiterate or marginally I don't know who writes these. It says illiterate or marginally literate adults. It says these low literacy and retention rates have wide-ranging consequences. Philadelphia ranks 92nd out of 100 largest U.S. cities in educational attainment. 17.4% of adult Philadelphians, an estimated 225,000, don't have a high school diploma, compared to 10.5% in Pennsylvania at large, and 28% of Philadelphians 25 and older have a bachelor's degree or higher, ahead of Cleveland and Detroit, and that's at 6% behind the national average. Yada, yada, yada. Y'all could read more. Or you can't. In some of y'all in these cases.
Hey, yo.
Boogie, what says you about the Philadelphia? Because you're a Philadelphia resident. How do you feel that your local Philadelphia, your neighbors, can't read and or write? How do you feel?
I feel like it's all racism. Come on now. We all know this. We all know it's racism. Come on. North Philly, which is, you know, I guess generally speaking, where the, you know, the blacks, you know, reside. Yeah, these schools don't care. You can tell. You know, Abbott Elementary, they, you know, that TV show, they trying their damnness to get people to, you know, their kids to learn, you know, basic skills and whatnot. Granted, it's a TV, but it's a great example. We need to do better. This city could care a little bit more about their, you know, people, residents, than damn sports. You know what I'm saying? Just saying.
I'm wondering, because I mean it's at 52%. That's a huge,
that's
gotta be more than just North Philly.
That's a lot.
That's white schools too. it's
it's a lot.
All of y'all are dumb. But also Boogie be out there like, I'm a Chicagoan, Chicago Public School District over here. I'm not one of y'all.
Okay.
I would be out there wearing that badge proud, like I can read. Like I'm not one of y'all.
Shit, I might be dyslexic, so shit.
Right, but still.
No.
This is bad. Like all jokes aside,
no, it is.
It's very bad. A lot of my jokes are bad, so I own that.
All right.
Yeah, I mean sometimes you gotta own it. Makes sense as to why the mayor spelled Eagles wrong. But again, do you need to know how to spell Eagles to run a city? I don't think that's really in the job description. So we give her some grace. It is very sad, but it is kind of telling with how Philadelphians act. It just kind of fits into that something in the water here. And now hearing this story, it's just like, damn. And I kind of thought it would have been in some other cities too, like New York. Like there's some places where you'd be like, damn, y'all really don't be reading. It's just like, it's crazy. What do you do about it? Because when you have 52% of the population and it's adults who struggle with job applications, who struggle with, like I said, getting medication, that is crazy, because people are really not going to be getting what they need. So what are we going to do? Jokes aside, what are we going to do to help these people?
Well, first off, I don't know if you saw this, but there's a story out here right now where there's a student that graduated. She graduated went through K through 12, and went to high school, and yet she couldn't read or write. And she's suing. She's suing the district, as she should.
Suing the district, suing the university.
Yeah, suing the university, as she should. Listen, that's what we gotta hit them where it hurts. We need to honestly, round up all the people that are struggling to read, and I know that's hard to. That's hard to.
Can you read this sentence? All right, come on with us. Come on with us.
Yeah, but we need to get one of them mesothelioma, myeloma commercials out there. If you've been affected by, you know what I'm saying?
Do you read with your finger underneath the line?
Oh no!
If so, then you may have claims. Please call this number.
Wow. No, but like that's what we need to do. You have to hit them in the pockets. You need to sue them in order to get those resources now. Now there should be programs, adult programs where they can, but as an adult, who's out here trying to learn anymore?
I mean, if you can't read it, right, 52%, but you need to be out here trying, like, bro, because that it gets to be a dangerous precedent when it's like,
yeah, you're right.
You can't read signs.
Yeah,
like that's when it's crazy. It's like you didn't see that stop sign. You did, and I get you may familiarize with certain things, but it's like, how are you getting through life where it's like
functioning?
You can't even read Sesame Street. You can't read some. It's like, bro, like again, not to make, but you got to be able to not even a job application. So then you have people who are out here doing these jobs and you're just firing them, not because they can't learn. It's just because they may have either a discipline or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it's a weird precedence. And to that lawsuit, her parents need their asses whooped.
Absolutely.
I've read that story and the teachers were like, yo, this is what is going on with this child. So at what point, it never should have been allowed to where you can just use AI to that degree to help you get all the way through all of your schooling. What are we doing here? And for a group of people who are like, oh, it shouldn't be because you're this or that. We're talking about merit. This is not merit based as to what they want because you're not even learning.
Yeah.
So that's weird. And like I just, as a parent, and maybe it's because of how I grew up and I try to come from a place of grace where I know everyone doesn't learn like that. Everyone's parents aren't punishing you with book reports. Everyone's parents aren't. I get that. But at what point do you be like, yo, we're the reason why our child cannot read. We're the reason why they cannot write.
Yeah.
And to sue a district because you failed some of this stuff starts at the house, man.
Like, I mean, that goes with, I think that goes for the adults out here too. You should be looking towards your parents like, hey, my man.
No, it falls on them too. It falls on them too. But now that the city knows that 52% of the adults here have these, you got to be doing something, bro. Whether, like you said, free classes, even if it's like everybody can't go to a physical building, yo, send them an email where they can click this link and on your own time, when you have whatever, just go in here and take a couple modules. But you can't have it to where 52% of your adult population.
Yeah, that's a high number.
It's insane, man.
Yeah,
like that is wild. But also, it makes sense as to why y'all be turning up. Y'all be sliding down poles and stuff. Like it is what it is. Like,
all right, okay. Well, see, I tried.
Philly.
I tried.
Just don't snowballs at Santa Claus.
Just don't come at me. That's all I pray.
Okay, I understand because y'all can't read. I'm gonna throw snowballs at Santa Claus too. I can't read.
Right. That's all I ask.
Yeah, but they got to do better. They got to do better. As we're coming to the end of episode 168, it's time for nothing but flags. Like, damn, Nate, you might be hot, possibly. I've been cutting back. I was like, oh, damn, Nate, you hit me in the gut punch. Sometimes I like to do that. I'm very blunt. Here it is. Some of you niggas need to get off the nigga net. Like, just get the fuck up off the nigga net. Like, yo, conspiracies, yo, toxicity, yo, just getting mad at people who don't want to go along with y'all's BS. Some of you niggas just need to get up off the nigga net and just take people for like, hey, look, man, if people are like, yo, I don't rock with this ain't my vibe, go with that. Go with it. Go with it. Y'all out here just like, oh, I'm so irritated that you in my business. I wouldn't be in your business if you didn't put your business on the nigga net. Some of y'all niggas is too tapped in you need to unplug from the nigga net, man. There you go. That's nothing but facts.
Okay.
Do what you will with that information, Boogie. Do what you will with that information.
All right.
This has been a fun one.
Yeah.
Episode 168, the first episode of Women's History Month. Again, shout out to Boogie and all the women's out there who have been day one subscribers since the day one. I don't know what I was saying there.
This guy. Boy, wrap this up, my guy.
I ain't got no else. What you got for the people's, Boogie?
As always, don't forget to smash that bell so you can get notified as soon as our content drops, and to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell that friend that this is your favorite podcast and they should be listening to it as well.
I ain't got nothing else. Boogie said it all. I'm your boy, Dave Galloway.
And I'm Adrian Brandybird.
This is your favorite late night podcast that we sometimes shoot through the day. Bombs away, y'all.
Bye, y'all.